Welcome back to topic 36, properties of logarithms. This is part 2. So part 2, we're going to deal with rewriting the expressions and applying those properties of logarithms that we visited in part 1. We're going to apply them here. So we can use properties of logarithms to both expand and condense logarithmic expressions. So if we look at our first problem here, we want to expand log base 6 of 5x to the third divided by y. So right off the bat, we see that we're dealing with division. So we're going to use the quotient property first. And we can rewrite this as log base 6 of 5x cubed minus log base 6 of y. So again, we're subtracting our denominator from our numerator. Now, if we look at the first part of this right here, we'll notice that we actually have a product there, 5 times x cubed. So we can then use the product property. So we can break apart this log base 6 of 5x cubed to be log base 6 of 5 plus log base 6 of x cubed, then minus our log base 6 of y. So see what I did there with that first term, with that first quantity? We noticed that they were dealing with a product here, so that way we can use the product property to split it up and actually identify it as the sum of those two logarithms. Then we can go even further by using the power property. Because if we notice right here, we have an exponent. So we can bring that exponent down in front. So we can rewrite this as log base 6 of 5 plus, now we're going to bring down that 3 to get 3 times log base 6 of x, then minus our log base 6 of y. And here we're subtracting this entire quantity, so if it was more than one term, for example, if we had 6y or something in the denominator, then we can break that apart. So we're going to be subtracting each term. Here we're just dealing with one term, so we don't have to worry about it too much. And that is our final answer. Moving on to example 3, we want to solve log of 9 plus 3 log of 2 minus log of 3. Now notice here we don't have a base, so our base is actually 10. So this is a common logarithm. So we can first use the power property. Now here we want to condense. We want to write it as one logarithm, so smush it together. We can first use the power property because notice how we have this 3 right here. We can bring that back up, and that would be my exponent. That's not that clear. We can bring it back up, and that would be my exponent there. So we would get log of 9 plus log of 2 cubed minus log of 3. Now notice here, this is just this entire quantity log of 3, so that's probably going to be the sole denominator. Then we can use the product property because we notice that we have addition here. So, because we notice that we have addition, we can rewrite this as log of 9 times 2 cubed minus log of 3. Now, if we want, we can simplify this in here. We know that 2 cubed is the same thing as 8. So this is the same thing as log of 8. Ooh, goodness. Went too quickly. 9 times 8 minus log of 3. And we know 9 times 8 is 72. So this is really log of 72 minus log of 3. Now we can use the quotient property because we notice that there's subtraction here. So we're going to use division. So we can rewrite this as log of 72 divided by 3. Because they have the same bases, again, they have the same base of 10 here. That's why we can combine them and smush them. And then we can also simplify. So we know that 72 divided by 3 gives us 24. So this is just the same thing as log of 24. Now if it also wanted us to evaluate this after we condensed it, then we can plug it into our calculator, again, because we have a base of 10 right here. So we could plug that into a calculator and we would get our answer. And that is part 2. Thank you for watching.